Hi everyone, hope you're all good. So welcome all to this part number 2, whereby we just ended with just designing our graphical user interface for the human resource Java application. Actually, we're just going to do too much of the design, but now on we have that one that's going to be like an intro to this kind of the thing we're going to work on. Okay, so let us first read the question that we're going to work on. So we're just done with just designing the number B, whereby we have I 3 Roman, and even for number 4, that's what we're going to deal with, whereby we need to retrieve data comes from database. That means we need this kind of the information, we need this kind of the table to be inserted into the table called location, and then the database name called midsem database, and the feed the following information. You can use any kind of database, but you can follow the instruction whatever you need. So I might even call it any kind of the name of the database. For my name is say tuto. You can have tuto database. So let me have create a location under the table called tuto. So it's going to be under database. Allow me to create database for if you are I'm going to use the PostgreSQL, of course. I'm PostgreSQL user. From now on, that database I'm going to use. If you have MySQL, it's fine. So you can go ahead and create database called tuto and so on. You're going to work on it. Doesn't matter, as long as you need just specify if you given any kind of database at a certain company, or you can have any kind of the metadata table of database you wish. If you have MediSem, go ahead and create database called MediSem, or create anything you wish. Okay, so let us use this kind of the tuto and so on. Let me say let me have a database called Java. Let me call Java database for mine. That's the thing I'm going to work on. So now I'm going to create database through the command line, so that those are the things, and you don't need to do it actually. For you, if you are already a Windows user, just go to the pgadmin and then you proceed. It's going to work without any kind of the error. Okay, so we create a database called Java. So and then we grant all permission, privilege of database, this guy Java, to my user. Okay, now we're done. Let us now go on here. Let us go to the NetBeans project. So let us go to the NetBeans project. You got to go to the service. Let me just disconnect this one. Let us delete this one. So here you go. Let us now go on the driver, expand. If you're using MySQL, you just go to the MySQL. If you're using Oracle, you just use Oracle thing. If you're using PostgreSQL, just go to the Postgres. Right click on this one, you connect using this one, and then my database name, I just say Java, and the database name is my name, and then database. You can go on and then you can select this one because we're going to need it, but let us click finish automatically. So you can see now I can expand, do everything I need under these things. And the public, can see under the table we don't have any kind of the table. We're going to create table. So allow me, let us use queries. Let us right click on this one, let us execute command. You can go ahead and create query. That means we're going to create let us database, let us create table called location, and then you put semicolon at the end. This it has let us check for this one. Those are the all data we have there. So that means we have the first column is called ID. It's going to be integer, put comma. The next one is called name. It's going to be varying character of 30. And then let us put comma. At the end, always put comma if it's not the last. And then we have also type is going to be varying character. Let us put 30 is enough. It's fine. And then also let us have parent. It's going to be, you can see these numbers only, also can be null. That means then put in the primary key. Our primary key is going to be ID, and then we're done. The last one, don't put semicolon. Okay, now let us try to execute. Let us execute this command. You can see now something not was affected but executed successful. As you can see, has been executed successful. If we try to expand like this way, under the table you can see we have just expand none in the wrong way. Just go to the public and they go to the table. You can see we have the location with all the information you just provided. Now they're saying that we need to create these things manually. We need to create location metadata table manually. Okay, by using insert manually. So now how do we create this kind of thing? You just use insert into database called location, specify exact the column is going to be ID, comma, name, comma, type, comma, parent. Also specify values. You said the value is going to be, put semicolon at the end, and then the first one is going to be 1. Also put comma. The type is going to, the name is going to be under capital letter. Is a string. That means we put quotes, Kigali City. Also we have comma. So we have type is province. Also we have the first one. This one doesn't have any data. That is the reason why I'm going to put NAD. So let me just copy this one, and then we paste down here, and then it just is going to be 2, and then it's going to be east. So then it's going to be the province, of course, NAD. So now the next one is going to be number 3rd, and then it's going to be Gasabo. So it's going to be district now. District, and also this one is going to be the parent is 1. So for the case of the video, for the timing, let us just pause, and then I just write this kind of command, then we come up when it's done, right? So we just done the last one. You can see it is the same village, and then the parent cannot be 11 because the village cannot be the parent of another village. That means it should be either 10, continue with the 10. That is why I put the 10. So now of this one, let us now just do like this way. Now let us run. Just put the run statement. You can see duplicate key. Did we put the duplicate key? Let us check. You can see there are some duplicate key here. So it should be 10, 11, just mess up, and 12. So that means we just inserted the other ones. That means the one that we missed is this one only. Now let us execute them. We're done. Now let us try to go here. Let us try to select all things you have from this kind of the table. Right click on this one. Let us view the data to see all the data that have been inserted in this kind of the table database. You can see we have all the information. Now let us go on and let us back to the human source project. You can see we have this design. So if we try, we just need to make sure when user click is going to grab all the information coming from province and so on till to the end. So that's the thing we're going to do right now. So allow me, let us go in our code here. Let us have some what called database variables. Let us have database variables. We have string database URL, and then let's put something called, we're going to add something else. So let us have also string db user, and then my user is called Jeremy _ Toto, and then put semicolon. Then lastly we have string db passwd password camel case, and then the password is this one, Java, and then the URL. If you don't know a URL, you can come here under the service. Like you want to rename, just copy everything you have from here, and then you click OK. Then you come here, you paste down here, and then you just do like this way. Okay, here we go. In the first videos, in the last project we did, we just have illustrated the step to follow. The first one, you just need to register and to import the drivers. So you are going to import the driver we're going to use. That means we're going to add the library here. We're going to add the library. Which library we're going to add? We're going to add if you're using MySQL, you just need to come here, you add the MySQL automatically. You just need to come, because we're going to retrieve those kind of data from database. Okay, you can come here, you choose PostgreSQL or MySQL if you're using MySQL JDBase driver. So for mine, I'm going to use Postgres JDBase driver. We add the library. So if we expand, you can see then the library is just there. Then the next one, the good thing, you can just come here, you import everything, java.sql.all, you import everything that you need in this kind of the class. Okay, we good. Now we are going to need to populate those kind of that to be added to this kind of the combo box. The first one, we're going to start with the province. That's the highest level. The lowest level is the village. Here we go. That means I'm going to have private. It doesn't have to return anything. Let us add province. Let us say province combo. Let us add something in this kind of the combo box. So we don't need any kind of the value to insert here. Of course, because we're going to retrieve data from database, you need to surround it with try and catch. You need to surround it with try and catch as quick as we can. It does have try and catch. It has a catch or exception that can raise exception that can raise, and then put exception that print stack trace. Any kind of the error that can be raised, you can print it. So now under this one, the first step, we just need to register the driver. We just need to register the driver. How can we register the driver? We just use driver manager, control space, driver manager, and then you say dot register driver, and then you specify it's going to be new org dot postgresql dot driver. Of course, it's just there. We good. That's how we register the driver. Not only that, we need now to create a connection. Those are the steps to follow. We need to create a connection, and then we're going to use connection, the same class con, and then use the driver manager we have registered. The driver manager dot get connection. We need to reserve a connection, and then this kind of the connection is going to have db URL database URL. We start with database URL. After that, you put that db user. Also, those are the variables that were created above. Also, we need the db password. Okay, then put semicolon at the end. We're done. So now we need an SQL query that's going to be executed. It's going to be, we need to select everything comes from the table called location, where, because this one we need to select for the province. That means where type is equal to the province, if capital R, because that's the value we have under the database. Okay, that means this one is going to select all the information we have from database, and then where type is called province, then it's going to be shown under the table we have there. So now we're going to have we need to execute this kind of the query. That means we need to create a statement is going to be connection we created dot create statement. Okay, now we create statement. After this one, now we're going to execute this kind of the statement. That means if we need to select, if we need to lead, update, and delete. I mean, if you need to insert, delete, and update, you have to use what you call execute update. Whereas if you need to select or to read some data comes from database, kindly use execute query. Is going to return the lizard set of that kind of the information. That means we're going to use a lizard set, and then it's going to be, let us say, lizard is going to be statement dot execute query, then specify exact the string. We're done from here, and then we're going to say while we need to loop through this kind of through the list that comes from database, and then dot while it still have something what it has next, then it has to add this kind of data to the Wago combo box. So that means we need now the province combo box, control space. We just named we have just named this combo box. This one, it has the variable name. You can see it is province combo box. That's the reason why that we are just using the dot add item. Okay, we just need to add item. So we just need to add item. Before we move on, we just need to grab something comes from the lizard. Okay, we need to grab the lizard dot get. We need to get a string. Of course, when do we need to get a string? Because this one we need to put exact the name. You can see under the location we have name. The name, it has type of varchar. That means it's a string. That means we need to get a string on position of 2. That means if we need to get ID, that means we need to get integer in position 1. That's the reason why I'm going to say get string, then it's going to be on index number 2. Okay, we get the string, then it's going to be added to the combo box. We're done. Now, if we need this kind of thing to be executed automatically, when we execute this kind of program, we need to do like this way. We copy this one, we just add this one here. Wherever we run the program is going to be executed automatically. Let us try to run the program to see what's going to happen. If we try to run, let us see if we're going to have some data that's going to be there. Okay, you can see now we have resident province, we have Kigali city and east, 2 of them. But you can see for the province, it's going to depend on the parent one. Either if we have the Kigali city by default, this one is going to be automatically filled up. Okay, how can we do that? It means you can see we need a value to get the parent value for this one, for the Kigali city. That is the reason why we're going to have, before I'm going to just show you something. We need to grab the value, the ID of the the value that are being selected by default, the value that have been added, like Kigali City, we need to get the primary key for it. That means I'm going to have, it is an integer of course, it's going to be parent ID, that's called parent ID, by default is 0 or null. And then I'm going to say, it has have also counter, it has have int counter, is going to be equal to, let us put 1, it's fine. I'm going to say, if counter is equal to 1, that means of course by default it's equal to 1, right? So that means we need to get, we're going to say parent ID is going to be equal to lizard dot get this one. It is for the ID, you need to get the ID, it is get integer. So we need to specify the column index is equal to 1. That means the position of ID is 1, as you can see. So now after, that means on counter we need to get exactly, because we just need to get the ID of the first selected value under the combo box. Then we need to increment the count so that it's not going to pick another value. So then we're going to use this kind of the parent ID to select the district comes from the province. Here we go. So then the reason why we need also allow me, I'm going to do something. We need also to add this kind of data to the database. That means we need another method that's going to add the value for the province combo. So that means I'm going to come here, down here, I'm going to say public is going to be private void add district combo box. And then we need a certain value. Of course, we need integer value. We need a parent value. And say, of course, we need its parent ID. Let us do like this way. We need a parent ID coming from here. So that means when we call add district combo, we need to pass the parameter of the parent ID. We just assign this to this value. That's the reason why I'm going just to call, of course, this kind of the add the combo box. After filling all the information at the combo box, and then after the while loop, we can go ahead, we cross the connection, because if you don't cross the connection, you're going to come up with some errors. And then let us call add district combo and then specify the parent, the value of the parent ID that being there by default. Here we go. Now we just need to come here. Of course, we're going to need everything we have from here. We just need everything. So because for the case of the time, I don't need to work each and everything. Allow me to come here. Let us copy from try till here to the catch. Let us just copy this one, and then let us paste down here. Let us paste down here. Let us paste down here. You can see it's just all the information that we're having for the try and catch only, nothing else. So now we need, for the add district, we need to select from location where type is district. Also from location where type is equal to the district, okay? Not in district. Also the parent ID is equal exact to the parent. You can see the parent we have here, this kind of the parent should do equal to the parent ID passed through as an argument or as a parameter to this kind of the function. That means and where type district and also the parent is equal to of course it is an integer numbers. That means we're going to add we need to concatenate. We're going to add we can do like this. Of course there is no need, we can just, okay, you can come here, you do addition at the same time at the end because it is the last one, okay? Or you can specify everything. That means I can come here and then specify, I put the parent ID. That means at the down here at the end we'll have the parent only, okay? So that means we will have the exact value because it is an integer. This one is going to be select all from location where type is district, and this kind of information is going to be executed. And then from here we just need this kind of information to be added under the district combo box instead, okay? You see? So let me just comment this one because we're going to edit later on. Now if we try to run, what's going to happen? Let us see. It has run the program. It has run the program. Of course, you can see by default we have Kigali City. Under the Kigali City, it has the one, and then it's going to select all items comes from here. As you can see, all item comes from here. You can see under the Kigali City, it has the parent one, and then under the parent one, you have Gasabo, Kicukiro, and Nyarugenge. If we just select, you can see we have 3 of them only. So now we just need now to select the default one that being selected like Gasabo, whatever, then the data is going to be populated under this kind of the resident and so on. Okay, let us do the same as quick as we can. Let's quit this one. You can see now something goes on. You can see just I just called the parent one. That's we done. Okay, I just called the parent one, and then we're good to go. But before we continue, we just need to make sure wherever we just call this kind of add discrete combo, we're no longer going to have. We just need to make sure the value that was there by default that needs to be removed, because you're going to add what you call the action listener, whereby wherever the user select another Harris level, the other one is going to be automatically changed. That means I'm going to say district combo by default dot remove all item first. Okay, let us first remove all item before adding anything else. Okay, so now allow me, now let us go here, let us go down here, let us create for private void add sector. Let us add now sector combo. Of course, we need the same thing. We need the same thing. That means it's going to be the parent underscore ID. Okay. So now, allow me to select everything from here until down here. Just don't mess up with this kind of the curly braces. This kind of curly braces. Just closing this kind of the function. Just make sure you know exactly what you're doing, or you can just do everything. Now just paste down here, and then I can come here. This one is going to be sector combo box, and then this one you need to select from location where type is sector. Also the parent is going to be, of course, the parent ID comes from this guy. That means we just forgot to pass this kind of, that means we're going to call the add sector combo. That will be the next one, and then we provide the parent ID, the parent that are being captured down here. So now we have this kind of all the information. From here you can see, I hope you're able to see, then add the selectors, and then now we just say sector combo box. We just now add all the items. Okay, now because we're going to continue, we just need to make sure wherever we're going to put until to this village private, until the village. That means we're going to have another one is going to be private void add cell. We're going to say cell combo. Of course, we need integer parent underscore ID. So then we come up with this one. I'm going to select each and everything I do have from here. The same process. Then I paste down here. Now after select all from location where type, this one is going to be cell combo box, and then we need to select from all location where type is cell, and then the parent ID is the parent ID exactly given, and then we need to add this kind of the cell. This one is going to be cell combo. Okay, we just now to make sure the add cell combo is just going to be called here after adding the value of the sector, and then we just call the cell combo box. Now let us make sure to the end, let us have the last one. Please. Let us have the last one, private void. Does have private void. Let us add village combo. So we need also the parent ID, and then specify here, and then I'm going to just copy each and everything down here until here. Of course, this one, the last one, the last value. For the last value, you can see it's going to be, we need to select where we have the village, where the parent ID is equal to the exact the parent ID provided. This one is going to be the village combo box. This one is going to be village combo box. Also this one, the last one, because we don't need another level that is going to be the next, we don't need exact to specify the parent ID to have. Okay, this one, the last one, that means even for this guy, for the counter, we don't need them. Okay, we don't need them actually. Also, we don't need this one for the last value. That's all. Now, if we try before, we just need to make sure add this one is just found here, and then come here. These all the things we do have. Now, if we try to run the file, you can see we just have this kind of information only. The Gasabo, there's nothing being changed because under the Gasabo, which actually when you have Kichichiro, the type they're going to have some information, because you can see on our image, under the image we do have for the Gasabo, it has parent 3, it doesn't have anything here. You can see it starts from the parent 4 of Kichuchiro. That's where you have some sectors and so on. That's the reason why we have null value from here. So now we're just going to have something else whereby now we are going now to configure something whereby when the user select like east, we're going to grab now exact the parent. We need to get the parent ID of this one. Also, when the user select like east, that means it's going to update everything you have down here. You can see we're going to update everything you have down here. So that's the reason why we're going to start from here. We're going to go to design. Let us now right click on this one. Then you go to the event, you go to the action. Let us have an action performed from this guy. Okay, so we just need to make sure when the user select this kind of the information, we're going to call other form, so that's going to be visible automatically. Like for this kind of the province, you just need to make sure we're going to call other the information down for the district, like so on and so on. Okay, so now for this kind of the combo box, it's going to be the same process. It's going to be the same process. Of course, this one is going to be try. Allow me. It's going to be try and catch. Exception is going to be exception. Then have exception dot print stack trace. We do have this one from here. Let me just go slowly. We just need this kind of some information down here. Of course, I'm not going to repeat everything. I just need to grab this one only. Other one is going to come as we go together. If I'm going quick, you can just go pause, so that you're going to grab some information automatically. So we have this kind of the connection. So now from this one, now we need to have a string SQL, whereby this one is going to be select all things from table location, where type is district, of course. Type is district with single quote, is district. I mean is province. We need to select for province. Where type is province, and not only that, and name. Name must be equal exact to the name given. Okay, the name is this one. The name must be equal. We're going to concatenate. We need to get the selected value. We need to get the selected name, the selected index. That means this one is going to come from where? This one is going to come from, this means the add name is going to be the combo box we have is going to be the province combo dot get selected. So we need to get the selected one. Then we need to get the selected item. We need to get selected item. If we need to get the selected item, we can convert to the string, so that's going to know exactly what we do, what the value is just taking on. That means if we selected the item, it's going to come up as an object, but we need to convert to the string, so it's going to be converted as a string. Okay, here we go. So now just need to come, we just grab this kind of the information. Let me just put on the same line. Let me just put enter here, so that you can have on the same line. So now we just have the type of province, where the name is just this one. What do we need from here? We just need only the ID, nothing else. We just need the ID. We just need the ID of the selected value, because we just need to select the province. Whenever we get the selected ID, then we pass to the combo box of the district. We're done, nothing else. So here you go. So we're going to have a result set. And then you say result is going to be statement. Oh, we forgot to create a statement. We just forgot to create statement. Statement is going to be connection dot create statement, and then this one is going to be statement dot execute query. We execute query, that kind of the structure we have there, and then we need a value to create. We're going to say int parent. We need a parent ID. By default it's equal to 0, and then we're going to say while. Result dot next. Okay, dot next, and then we come here. We just need to grab only the ID. That's the ID we need for this guy. We just need the ID. It's going to be equal to the result. With result, because this one is going to return only 1, because you cannot have the same name with the same value at the same time, because we have only three of them only. So that means we need to get need to get the integer only. The column label is going to be 1. That's all. We just need to get the ID. After grabbing the ID, now we need to call the combo box of the district. I mean, that kind of the function to add. This one we say add. It is called add district combo. We need to add the district combo, and then we pass exactly the parent ID. We're done. We just which kind of the connection. I mean, the file we just called. We just called this guy. We have called. Want to see something? We have called this kind of add district. After specify the parent ID, it's going to have this kind of information. You can see I have just called this kind of the connection. Otherwise, there are some reserved number of the network it can hold only. If those kind of the information has been done, you cannot able to connect again. That's the reason why after this one, after having this confirmation, it has just closed connection dot close. Okay, because every database has its own number of the connection it can serve at the same time. Okay, now let us try to run the program to see what's going to happen. Okay, now we do have the things. We just added an action. So now let us see if add east, you can see now we have the Gasibo and the Kayonza. Now if we back to Kigali City, what's going to happen? You can see we still have this Gasibo. You just need to make sure wherever we have select this one is going to record again. That thing we're going to check on, nothing else. Okay, so but we just need to work on also on this kind of the less than district. Wherever you choose another one, also going to grab some information, so on. Okay, you can see when you go to the east, we have Gatsibo, Kayonza and Rwamagana. Now when we come to the Kigali City, you can see we have Gasabo, Kicukiro, Nyenje. You can see it just being changed automatically as long as we just select another item. That means the next one, we're going to work on the less than district. We good. Now you can see everything comes smoothly working. Now let us right click on this one. Let us go to the event action to be performed for this one. Allow me to copy everything I do have from here. Allow me to copy everything I do have from here under that kind of the action listener, and then I'll add that in here. So now we do have everything from district combo. This one now we're going to select all from location where type now is a district, and the name is coming from where? It's coming from district combo. This is how you can edit, nothing else. So now we just execute this one. Now we need to add. We don't need to add district combo. We just need to add the sector. Now the next one is the sector combo. Let us just make them automatically done. Let us just do this one also at the same time without taking much time of this one. So let me just again copy. Let us just copy. You can see it's just simple. There are way I'm just copy and paste, but there are way you can create a method that is going to be called every time, and then you change name and type. That's all, you're done. And then this one is going to be wait. Did we select district? Yes, this one is going to be, we need to select the sector, and then it's going to become from sector combo box, and then you get the item. So we need to now to add cell. We need to add cell combo, last three. Let us have this one only, because the last one don't need to do anything, because it is the lowest level of the village. There's nothing to be changed automatically actually. So now let me just copy again this one. Now let us just paste here. Now we just need to select all from location called not sector. Now this one is going to be cell, and then it's going to be cell combo box, and then this one is going to be add village. Okay, we good. Now let us execute the program to see what's going to happen. Let us run the file. You can see there are some null exception that the thing we're going to work on to see why. Just having the null exception, but it's fine. Now you can see we do have Kigali City, we have Gasabo. If we click on Kicukiro, because we have some errors, you're going to see what's going on so that it's not going to mess up. Okay, East. You can see we have Gasabo and Kayonza and so on. So now if we just click on Kigali City, you can see have Gasabo, Kicukiro. Should they be able to automate this one? But they are just learning, saying it has some null point exception. It has tried to see those kind of the null is just getting so that we can resolve that kind of the error. Just this kind of is found under district combo action to be performed. It is found under the district combo box. Province combo, we just need to see select all from location where type is district and name is district combo box. From here, let us see the null output. They were saying that just being found under the district combo box. Let's see on the line of Java 3. Okay, type district. Oh, district. It is district, not district. Let us run to see. Okay, maybe just grabbing null. Let us just choose Kicukiro. Now you can see now the data can be automatically be executed. The other day can have this one, you have this one only. Can you see we have, but when you choose East, you can see if data goes on. Okay, can you see Kayonza? There's nothing there, even Rwamga, nothing there. But if we choose Kigali City, it's going to choose the Gasabo by default. But if you go Kicukiro, you can have all the information. You can see the data is being updated automatically. That's all what we needed. But before we make it to the end, because then we can continue to the other part, we're just going to have this kind of employee ID, employee name, and then we grab all the selected value, then we save data to the database. We're done. That will be done. That means let us do have this kind of the information, whereby we're going to save this kind of the information now to the database. Okay. That means if we don't have some data from here, we're going to send null. Okay. That means if it's send null, that means we can save null to the value. It's going to work. It's fine. Okay, here we go. So now we can just make this one as, and that's for adding the address and so on. Now we can go on before we make it to the end. We can add, this kind of the information to the database of the employee. So now we just mark this one end. Just the number B, just the end using GFrame form, able to have this kind of all the information. Now we're going to save the employee in database, the employee table, and display the result in GTables. So I would just like to welcome you in the next part. Thank you all. So that's all what we just need to come up with, nothing else from here. So then enjoy guys for the next part. Thank you.